So now that we have created our basic application which serves as a very basic HTTP app and can give you a hello world text based on what input do you provide to it. Okay, so after doing this, now let's proceed on towards creating a bit more advanced app which will have two different types of requests, which are the get and the post request. Okay, unlike the get request which we were just using. And with the help of these two requests, we are going to be creating an HTML form app which will be first of all taking in user data and then processing the user data and then displaying the user data, and all of these will be done by using a lot of different HTML templates and some basic HTTP requests. Okay, so once we have completed this particular app, then it can be said by a certain level of confidence that you can handle HTTP requests well. And after doing that, we'll then be proceeding towards integrating all of what we have learned up till now and then creating a project which will be using some machine learning aspects of the project as well. Okay, so for now, let's focus on creating our project. So our first project is absolutely fine for this particular task. You can very well create a new project by clicking the new project button over here. So now let's first activate the Cloud Shell and let's launch the code editor. Okay, and with this we'll be first of all seeing our initial code files. Okay, and now that we are going to create an HTTP app which will be a little bit more advanced. So this time there will be a different app structure which we'll be using, which will have a little bit different data. Okay, so first of all, in the very home directory, we have an app.yml which contains some basic information about the app. Then we will be having a main.python file. So first of all, let's delete the index.yml file. This was generated when we have deployed our app. So now we have the app.yml followed by the main.python file. Okay, and then let's delete main.pyc as well. Okay, and let's delete this folder as well. So it is something else which I had cloned before. So let's clear this folder for now. Okay, so now we only have app.yml and main.python file. Okay, and now let's create a new folder. Okay, so we have a new folder and the name of this folder will be static, and this will be containing all of our static files. So the CSS files or the some of our JavaScript file which do not need to be changed, then these files can be kept inside the static file. Okay, so now let's create another template. So we have new folder, and at this time we have the folder name called as templates. Okay, so we have templates, and this folder will be containing all of our dynamic files. So all of our HTML files which we will be using in order to create our app and display user data will be stored inside the templates folder. Okay, so after doing this, now let's create a basic configuration file for the App Engine. This is particularly required so that App Engine can better understand where all of your dependencies are stored. Okay, so now we have to create that file inside the root directory of our project. So the root directory of our project is hello world. So now let's create a new file. So over here we have a new file, and now the name of this file is appengine_config. Okay, so we have appengine_config.py. Okay, so with this we have created a configuration file in which we will be giving some instructions to the App Engine program, which will then be deploying our app when we type in gcloud app deploy. Okay, so we need another file which will be holding all of the different requirements which we'll be using for this particular project. Okay, so it is a good practice to always have a requirements.txt file. Okay, so this file will contain all of your different modules which you need for your project. Okay, so now we have created a requirements.txt file, and yes, this is pretty much it for the initial structure of the project. And now we'll be focusing on writing the main code for the different configuration files. So first of all, we'll be writing code inside the app engine underscore config and the requirements.txt file. And then we'll also be looking at how to install particular dependencies by using the requirements.txt file.